Hello, my name is Raf, as you all know, and if you don't, then welcome to this channel, the SmartLearner channel. The purpose of these videos are to help educate, inform students or first-time beginners with driving, to help them achieve their goals, to attain their driving license. So if you're going through the journey, you're going through the process, you may need a little help, we're here with the channel for you. Today's main vlog focus will be on hazard perception, which will be in conjunction with the last vlog that I just published last week. So if you haven't checked it out, please do check it out. It will just explain what the theory test is about. So we're talking about hazard perception today, which is the second half of the full theory test that you will need to pass in order to receive your full driving license. Okay, so going straight into the video, what is hazard perception? What is the hazard perception test? So it is essentially the second part of your theory test. This is primarily the most interactive aspect of the whole test. It will test your, as it says, hazard perception. So to put it in the most simplest form or term, the test will examine how quickly and accurately you are able to spot an oncoming hazard on the road. It will test how well you can spot that one hazard that will affect either your speed, your direction, or whether you have to stop completely. That and also your reaction time. What will the hazard perception consist of? Within the test, you will be presented 14 clips, and within the set of the clips, you will have 13 videos marked at 5 points each. Keep in mind that one of the videos within the 14 will have 10 points that you can achieve, meaning that you will have to spot 2 hazards within that one video. This is the basis and the structure of the test. In total, all points will add up to 75 points that you can score. So explaining more about how it is set up when you go into the theory test. So it is the second half of the theory test, so this will come after you've done the multiple choice questions. So in the test, you will be basically placed in front of a computer. On the screen, it will display all the hazard clips, and using the computer mouse, you will click the screen whenever you see an oncoming hazard. Your aim is to pass this test, so keep in mind that the test pass score is 4 out of 75. In percentage, that is roughly about 58%. However, we don't just want to pass, we want to ace the test. So aiming to just pass and get 44 out of 75 will most likely put you in a predicament of scoring less than you intended, in which case we want to aim for the best score, and that would be 75 out of 75, aiming for 100%. So you may be thinking, is there any easy way to pass the test? Well, like anything in life, there are certain effective techniques and methods, things to remember whilst practicing, which you can learn to make this test easy for you, which also I will be going through and will demonstrate in this video for you. So boring as it sounds, it's crucial to practice the test. And when I say practice, I really mean repetition. The more you do, the more you understand and figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are, whether it's clicking too slow, clicking too fast, or clicking too much, or not even enough. Once you figure out what they are, you can quickly adjust your approach to the test and see the progress you make. So one other trick that may help you pass your theory test, in this case the hazard perception, is a 3-click routine, or the 3-click technique that I've also learned. So it's essentially where you click 1, 2, and 3 times within a video. So once you see a hazard approaching onto the video, you click it, so you do not hesitate. Once you see it approach, once you see it on the screen, you click, and then you click for the second time when you see it developing, 3 times after when you need to stop your car or when you need to change a direction or your speed. So let's take the zebra crossing for example. You're on the clip, you see that there's a zebra crossing in front of you, you need to anticipate hazards way before you even encounter them. So it's important to think ahead when you're driving. This is the case also with hazard perception. So you see the zebra crossing there, you would essentially have to think, oh, okay, so this is where pedestrians would have to cross. Since it's a zebra crossing, we would always need to stop. So even if there are no people crossing the road, you will have to slow down. So you have to keep that in your head. You would have to click once you see a person standing, once you see a pedestrian appear on the screen, you would have to click one time. The second is when they are starting to cross the zebra crossing, so that's when you would have to click the second time, and then the third time is when they are crossing. And then the video will show you that the vehicle will start to slowly slow down and stop and come to a halt as that pedestrian has begun to cross the street. So that is the simplest way I can explain the 3-click routine. So what is the purpose of the 3-point click, and why would I be teaching this to you? So it is so important to collect points on each video. That is how you get your points up and eventually score a pass. When you click 3 times within a video, it will make sure you collect a point for each video, whether that is 5 points, 4, 3, 2 or 1. It is essential to have points on each video, as it is what makes you pass the test. You need to get 44 out of 75, but we're not aiming for that, we're aiming for 75 out of 75. Each point counts. So once you do the 3-point click, I will guarantee you will have a point for each video that you counter and you do, and which is something that I really recommend to do. And it is also important to remember and mention that you cannot click a video through a video in a pattern, as you will lose marks. Also, if you click too many times, you will also lose marks. So those are the 2 things that you must avoid while doing your hazard perception. Clicking 3 times in a row is okay, but if you do it in a pattern, it's when you start to lose marks. So just be wary of that and be cautious. Only click when you see a hazard that you believe will cause your vehicle to stop, come to a halt, or change direction or speed. One other technique would be to be scanning around the video to see if there would be any oncoming hazards that may appear suddenly on your screen. So basically it is looking around from left to right for any hazards on the road, on the pavements, anyone walking, any cars wanting to reverse that may affect how you drive. So it's similar to also how you would be looking and viewing your mirrors when you're actually driving the car. So you would have to be looking at your left mirror, your right mirror, and also your rear mirror for the back. But in this case, we would just be looking on to the left side, scanning to the right, and scanning in front of us for any obstacles that may want to pop up. The last important trick, which isn't really a trick, but it's important to do, is to practice. By practicing daily, every day, when you have time, when you're on the bus, when you're in bed, waking up, going to sleep just before your actual test, a few days before your actual theory test. I'll guarantee you will get used to the clips, and once you get used to the clips, you'll understand what to do. And once you understand what to do, you will know what to do, and you essentially know when you have to click when you see big hazard appear on your screen. In result, you will never ever miss it, which will also lead you to get that 5 points in each video, leading to 75 marks, scoring 75 marks in the end, making you pass your test. Do you see the chain from this to this to this to this? So it's important to practice. Okay, so that's everything that I have for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's brought you value and more insight and more knowledge on how you can pass your hazard perception test. Good luck to everyone who is taking their theory test soon and they've booked it. Thank you for watching. If you do like this video, please do not forget to give us a like, a subscribe, or leave a comment down below. Thank you. Bye.